Okay, we're in the hallway. This is the pull-down attic access ladder. And this ladder, we see that it doesn't have any insulation on it. And that's by putting an attic blanket on this, by insulating this ladder properly, that would be an instant 5% reduction in your utility bills and your cooling and heating bills. 5%, your return on investment would be almost instantaneous, and then you're saving money. So we come on up here, we've got a pull chain, and the mornings are a little calmer these days, but at the same time, this attic is hot. Okay, we see that we've got gable vents. Let me pull around in here. We got stuff going on. We're going to have something to talk about. There we go. We've got gable vents. That is the ventilation system of the attic. And code says that you're not supposed to have a mixed ventilation system. And what we have over here is we've got a power vent, and I noticed when I was looking on the exterior here a little bit, there's another passive box vent. That's mixing vent systems. You might get some good from having additional ventilation in the attic, but code says you're not supposed to mix systems. So, you know, I can explain it a little better on the roof video that we're going to make. But there it is. We have lath, so it used to be a wood shingle roof. We got plywood over lath. Our insulation is nice and dirty, and it's barely higher than the rafters, so we don't have like 6 inches of insulation. I can see a lot of debris that's still in the attic from the original tear off. There's not even 6 inches there. So really, adding another layer of insulation, you would get, again, you might get some benefit from it, but on the other side, it would be better if this was all vacuumed out and the attic was ventilated and insulated properly. And it was going to cost you more than an attic ladder vent. It will, but it's not going to cost you a lot more, and your return on investment won't be instantaneous, but it will be soon. It'll be very soon. It will go a long way towards the difference between camping and living in your home. Just saying. So we come on along here. This is the flue pipe for the furnace, and it's not properly supported in the attic. And this is the flue pipe for the water heater, and it's sealed with electrical tape. That's combustible. It's too close to the wood shingles, or roof decking, excuse me. Let me do my Circus Olay and get over here. Okay, it's too close to combustibles. It is supported. It's got that strap, and that instantly makes it supported right, right enough. But all this tape, I mean, that'll just melt. That's wrong. It's the wrong kind of tape on the furnace. Coming on along, some of our air conditioning duct has been replaced through this part of the attic, and it's sagging. It's not supposed to have more than 1/2 inch sag. Not supposed to have. The rest of this, the air duct, is rigid metal, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And by the number of air duct we have here, I'm assuming that this is probably air returns instead of air supplies. I could be wrong, but that's what it is appearing right now. But regardless, the duct shouldn't sag, so that's where we're at on that. The fireplace, it's okay that it is jagged like that. That's called corbelling. That's not a big deal. In fact, none of this is a big deal, except that according to the Texas Real Estate Commission, okay, if the framing is closer than 2 inches, then I'm supposed to call that out, and I will. I'll call that on the report. Are you going to find a fireplace in North Texas, a brick chimney chase that's 2 inches or more from any framing, you won't find it. It just doesn't exist. I am required to call that as in need of repair. Coming along here, we're going to go with, I don't know. So I might be talking about this later, but I'm looking for open core holes. And if there's an open core hole in there, when I play this video back at home, my home office, I will make note of that. Okay, and I'll talk about that. We got some water stains around the chimney. We expect that. There's signs of water, a lot of places around here. And old wood shingle roof. That's not a deficiency. If I find a leak, that'd be different. Our purlins are undersized, and we expect that. This vintage, so I will make note of that. Performance base, probably doing okay. So, I'm not going to go dwell on that a lot. Is a deficiency, but it's good information. It's good information to know when it comes time to re-roof the house. The last time the home was re-roofed, they should have come in here and supported this better. So that was shame on the roofer. And so that's about it. Let's see, what did we learn? We learned that we got some mixed ventilation. We learned that our purlins are undersized. We learned that we got about 4 inches of insulation. It's filthy. We learned that we do not have an attic ladder. The attic ladder is not insulated, and also it's supposed to be lined. Kind of not really a big thing right here because we don't have enough insulation to fall in, but when you add additional insulation, it'll be lined. We do not have depth markers. Of course, that probably wasn't required. Moving on along to the air conditioning, we've got sagging duct. We've got our furnace flue is not properly supported. It used to be, but it isn't anymore. And moving along, our fireplace is too close to combustibles, and our water heater flue is improperly sealed, and it's too close to combustibles as well.